Hello, bros, and welcome to SFX0 Profile Production, and next part, Sakura Knife. Actually, let me just quickly check so I can put this right. Yeah, I put it pretty good. What are you doing? Is that not apparent? I'm enjoying myself as well. We found that wicked Tart, and we finally retrieved your sword. We managed to get all our money back too. I think this is a cause for celebration, don't you? But I thought we were already celebrating. Isn't that why we came to this hot spring? Since Alicia and I finally got our money back, we decided to have a little fun. We went to a hot spring located around the outskirts of Grimoire so we could soothe our aching limbs. Rune accompanied us on this indulgent little excursion, as did Tart. She didn't have much choice. Felicia was determined that Tart stay with us so we can keep an eye on her. If we let her go, she will only cause more problems for the people of Grimoire. She might have apologized, but I don't believe she has truly learned her lesson. She will stay with us until she has fully repented and learned to change her ways. Or so Felicia said. Now all four of us are in the spring enjoying the clear waters, at least that was the plan. But things aren't going exactly as I'd hoped. Rune is chasing Tart in the background, splashing through the warm water with her claws raised. And Felicia, rather than basking in the warmth of the water, seems more interested in basking in the warmth of my body. Why is she groping me? Felicia, please. This is embarrassing. Anybody could come and see us. I doubt that, my dear Estelle. We booked this hot spring all to ourselves. Us four are the only ones permitted in here. We can soak to our heart's content. And as we relieve ourselves of our fatigue, I shall take the steering opportunity to relieve myself of my own build-up pressure. You can't just way out of this one. This is my breast you're touching. Collaboration or not, you should at least get my permission before. Yeah. My Boy Scouts of Felicia's agile fingers finds one of my nipples and gives it a rub. The friction is delicious, and I moan, my pink blood hardening beneath Felicia's ministration. This seems to be dangerously close to the end of the story. I like to be mad at her, but it's hard when she is so good with her hands. It's Felicia's dexterity that saved me from those slimes almost a week prior. But now those hands of hers will be in my undoing. You do sound lovely when you cry out like that, my dear Estelle. Your face is all flushed and your eyes are dewy with satisfied tears. Your nipples are hard and your whole body is wet. I'm wet because I'm literally sitting in water. It's not like I'm enjoying this or anything. Really? That is a pity. Felicia leans in close and I feel strands of damp dusky hair trailing along my bared shoulders. Her supple breasts are pushed against my back, her lips inches from my ear. When she exhales, I can feel her breath on my skin. Felicia close proximity combined with the steamy heat of the hot spring is enough to make my head spin. I can always cease my touches if you truly dislike them. But I assure you, I mean nothing ill by this. I only want to reward you for your hard work. You are very sweet and charming, Estelle. But you are rather serious too. I think you need to learn how to lighten up. Won't you let me touch you? I'm an expert at giving massages after all. That one was bad reading by me. I guess my breath hot and heavy As Felicia redoubles her touches, her fingers toy with my breast, kneading them like dough. This feels pretty strange, but if Felicia truly means no ill by it, then... Oh, wow. Why would anyone ever ask that something that feels good would stop? That doesn't make sense to me. I guess she can continue. Alright then, you can keep going if you want. It feels nice and I don't hate it. Wonderful. Then I shall continue to stroke and caress you until you can no longer speak. Just lean back and... But Felicia is unable to finish that statement. That's because at that moment... Run, run. I hunt you down, evil cat lady. You die here. What? No, leave me alone. We're on the same team now, you dummy. Stop chasing me. Won't stop, won't stop. Punish you, drown you, bite you, you die. No, leave me alone. I'm too young to die. Get off me. No, wait. Yeah. A loud scream splits the air, coupled with a mighty splash. It looked like Rune finally managed to get her hands, or should that be her paws, on her hip. Her helpless what? That's not even a word. Helpless prey. That's what I say. I guess that's Rune 2, Tart 0. Hang in there, Tart. We can do it. Maybe. Later that night. Goodness me, Rune is awfully rough. She held me a head under the water for so long I thought I was going to meet my maker. My tail is all mussed up. Look at my poor hair. What a tragedy. Aren't you going to say sorry, you miserable beast? Not sorry. You deserve. You bad. Wicked. Never forgive. Not ever, ever? Never, ever. Goodness gracious. Tart sighs and shakes her head. Tart is perched up upon the edge of my bed, wearing nothing but her underwear. She got summarily soaked during her sojourn in the hot spring, and she's been fussing with her hair ever since she arrived back in the inn. Rune, for her part, is sitting on the chair in the corner of the room, on her hunches. She's glaring at Tart mistrustfully, but at least she stopped trying to attack her. That's progress, I suppose. Though the look on Rune's face is unminably untrusting. Her lips pulled back in a snarl, her tail twitching. Maybe it was a mistake to bring Tart back to her inn. Rune obviously hates her. Not even waterboarding her back in the hot spring, which, by the by, is not what hot springs are for. Could alleviate her anger. For once, I think I have to side with Tart. Goodness gracious. What are we going to do? Forgiveness is a virtue, you know. Why don't you try it sometime, Rune? Rise above your anger. Try to be the better woman. Big words for a thief. From a thief. I might have been a thief, but I pulled off my thefts with elegance and style. I never resorted to brute force. I used trickery, deception, and my own good looks. In my humble opinion, it's those who let themselves be tricked that are the truly foolish ones. So you say I'm foolish? Rune gets to her feet. She holds her paws, claws extended, and shoots Tart a look of unpredictable vitriol. You steal from me and now you mock me? Say it's my fault? You're not sorry, then you will suffer. Rune makes to bound forth, ready to tear Tart's ears off, but Felicia intervenes. She comes between the breaking pair, arms outstretched, and says sweetly, Now, don't be too hasty. But she'll mock me. Even now she mocks and laughs. She's still, but not sorry. She's evil. She evil. Hey, I resent that. Tart grabs a pillow and throws it at Rune, perhaps in an act of petty revenge. Evil is far too harsh of an assessment of my character. I might be a miscreant, yes, maybe even near to do well, but I'm all absolutely categorically not evil. All this time I only done what I must to survive. Oh? I glance at Tart, intrigued by this leading comment. What do you mean by that? This is not a happy tale, but I suppose I can regale it to you if I must. Then you might understand some of my motives. Tart clears the throat and then begins. I was born into a very poor family. I had a large number of brothers and sisters, and my parents could not provide for them. Try though they might work themselves to the bone, but it was in vain. I left my family for the city, hoping I could find some form of gainful employment. I meant to make money so that I could care for my family. But every door slammed shut in my face. Since I couldn't find a job through proper means, I was drawn to the life of a pickpocket. I stole and lied and cheated, and soon learned that I was uncommonly good at it. I used all my ill-gotten money to provide for my parents and my siblings. They believed me to be employed as a maid, though the truth, as you can see, is quite different. I didn't start stealing because I wanted to. I doubt anybody does. Regardless of what Rune says, I'm not evil. In the beginning, I even felt guilty about swindling others. But soon I learned to ignore my pangs of compassion. I couldn't afford to wallow in my own guilt, not when I had a family to feed. I justified my thievery. I told myself that those who let themselves be tricked deserved no sympathy. It was all their fault. If they were so foolish they couldn't keep hold of their belongings, then they simply didn't deserve them. My family needs come before anybody else. I love them a lot, and I would do anything to protect them. All this time I've only been doing what I think is right. That's why I resent being called wicked. I'm just a big sister who loves her younger siblings. Silence descends after Tart's little tale. Rune glances at her from beneath her overgrown bangs, her brow furrowed. So, you're not evil. Not steal for fun. Do it for your family. Yes, indeed. That is how it began, at least. Though I can't deny stealing does give me a certain kind of thrill. It's fun in its own way, but if I were to find a more stable form of employment, I would jump on it in a heartbeat. While I don't dislike my life as it is, it's fraught with uncertainty. On good days I can pilfer jewels and gold beyond your wildest dreams. But at the same token, I can go for months on end pinching nothing more than pennies. I'm in my early 20s now. Maybe it's time I became a respectable member of society. But I'm not sure anybody in Grimoire would be willing to employ me. Given my shady past, it's not like I have any other skills beyond my fast fingers. I guess this will be my lot in life until I die. Tart's voice is light enough, but I can sense a genuine pain behind her words. I think she's suffering more than she lets on. That makes my heart twist with sympathy. I thought she was nothing more than a rogue who delighted in fetching others, but I was wrong. I feared I judged her too soon. Thief though she is, Tart acted with nothing but the noblest of intention. She did it for her family, and I can relate to that. I love my parents a lot. It's because of my unwavering respect and adoration for my mother's past achievements that I wanted to be a knight, despite my lack of aptitude. We're all bound to our families, whether we humans, elves, or cat girls. These bonds can send us down a thorny path, which sometimes contradict our true natures. Now I know that Tart isn't wicked, and Felicia seems to share my sentiments. Oh, you poor thing. I never imagined that you had it so very rough. I didn't think you would. You're a princess, aren't you? You live in a palace. For all your pretty words, you have no idea what suffering is. Suffering us common folks face. That's one of the reasons why I robbed you. Your sanctionless nature is positively nauseating, as if you know anything about me. I'll admit I was woefully ignorant, but now these eyes of mine have been opened. It's only now, after traveling across Lemuria, that I can appreciate how fortunate I am. Though the demon queen is gone, many still suffer. But I shall do my all to aid you. Now, why don't you join our party? Eh? Is that really a good idea? I believe so. It should absolve you of your money troubles. At least adventurers can earn a comfortable living if they take on quests that Grimoire is skilled. You call yourself a witch. That must mean you have magical powers. You would be a worthy ally and a welcome addition to our team. With your help, we'll be able to take on even stronger quests and earn more money. What do you say? I must admit, I did not consider that possibility. I never imagined anyone would want to work with a con artist like me, particularly not those I've conned before. Either you are very forgiving or very stupid. Aren't you afraid that my story was a ruse? This could be a plot of mine to take further advantage of you and rob back all you have retrieved. It could be. But I don't believe it is. I'm a good judge of character. I was drawn to you once before by your earnests. Though you tricked me, then I see my intuition was on the money. You are not a wicked person. Deep down I believe you are kind and good, and I would very much like to work with you in the future. What do you think, Estelle? Rune? Do you have any objections? I know, like Tart. She's nasty. She annoys me. She smells. She's bad cat lady, but she's not evil. Her story is sad. I feel bad, so for now, she stay. I allow it. And I have no problems. Our party has more than enough melee attackers. We need a mage, and I think Tart would be a good fit for the job. It's true that she stole my mother's sword, but she did give it back. I don't think she's truly evil either. I want to have faith in her. I believe in her. You guys. That looks between us, her tail twitching. For the time during our meeting, she seems genuinely taken aback. I can't believe it. I never thought I'd be able to make any real friends, so I never bothered. But maybe I was wrong. You three girls are far, far nicer than I ever imagined. Yes, I am quite wonderful, aren't I? Now dry your eyes, do not cry, all has been forgiven. I absolve you of your sins and wish only to embrace you until your body stops shaking. Felicia throws her arms and sweet smile on her lips. Felicia, like the rest of us, is wearing nothing but her underwear. She reclines upon her bed, and her pink hair fawning across her pillow, her legs spread. Her chest looks plush and soft, as does the rest of her. Her expression positively exudes kindness. And perhaps that's why Tart takes her up on the offer. I think there's a bit more to the story, so I actually gonna end it right here, I think. As long as there's more to the story, so then I feel... oh god, I moved the whole window. Well, I mean, that's all I have for Sakura Night this time. Don't hit like and subscribe. Let's see you next time. Bye-bye!